All right, this is the moment that we have been waiting for. Today is for fashion, and this segment, the sectorial segment, it will be talking about ADIRE purely, and we want to talk about the production and marketing of ADIRE fabrics, and we have someone who is into that field. She has been on the field for some years, and she will be telling us what it takes to produce ADIRE, to market the ADIRE fabrics, and the nitty-gritty that you must know, the skills that you must have to produce an ADIRE there. And we want to promote, today is for cultural things, and we want to promote ourselves to the world. This moment we have WUNMI JIMOH. She's ADIRE producer. WUNMI, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
It's so nice having you. Now you are representing your brand.
Always. You always see me on ADIRE.
Wearing your ADIRE.
Yes.
And I know that you did all of this, from the soaking, the tying, everything to the sewing.
Everything. I produce them myself. I produce what I wear.
Okay. Now let's talk about ADIRE. Okay. We know ADIRE is common these days, and we know a lot of people know about ADIRE. But some do not know how this production come about. Is it an easy thing to do? What are the materials required to do it? What are the processes? Does it require any special skill to go into ADIRE production?
ADIRE, at first, let me say, it's not an easy thing to do. Because mostly the women do ADIRE, but most likely I would advise if men can also assist.
Okay.
Mostly the women do it, because at the end of the production, we noticed we used to have this backache. And me as a person, I'll try and be looking for someone that can help me massage the back, because it's always aching me. And coming down to the production process, we need the 100% cotton material. Okay. It must be 100%. If it is not 100%, it cannot dye. If it is at least 70, it will bring out the color, but it will not be deeper.
Okay.
So we need 100% chemical material. We need the chemicals, which are the dye, the color we are using itself, the sulfites, hydrosulfites, soda, hot water, of course, which is always necessary. That is what we use to produce our local ADIRE. Also, we use candle to produce the batik designs. We use starch to remove design, to bring out patterns, to create some designs. So those are the materials we use. Then we use the thread.
Okay.
They call it raffia, some call it eco. We use what else? We use, of course, we use carpets to also craft patterns. After using starch, we craft patterns with the carpet. We use the carpet because, you know, the carpet has a flat surface. Okay. So the process of doing the ADIRE, we have to make sure, if the surface is very rough, we can't create our design. It will be disturbing. Also, to tie the clothes, we need a flat surface. That's why I mentioned the carpet. Okay. So that's the production process, at least.
Okay, tell us the techniques aside the production process. Does it have a special technique to follow if you want to create any design in ADIRE? Yes.
Number one, when we talk about ADIRE leko, for instance, ADIRE leko, you know, some people hear the eko, they think it's eko that we are eating.
The food.
No, it's not the eko food. We mix, you know, elubo.
Okay.
We mix it with starch, then we mix it together. But ADIRE leko is not being done by anyhow person. They don't train people. They only train their generations. Like, they focus more on the children. Okay. They don't teach our family
outsiders. It's like a family heritage.
It's like a family heritage. They don't train other people. So that ADIRE leko is being done by special people. If someone order for ADIRE leko, I have to go and meet those that are producing it.
The lineage that produces
the ADIRE leko. So we have the normal DD ADIRE, normal DD pattern. Those ones, we produce them ourselves. They give us room. And we also have batik, of course, the candle one, where it's not normal candle. We have candle wax, but it is being generated from, you know, our normal candle is being generated from candle wax. So we use the candle wax to form pattern. Like we stamp pattern on the clothes. Like, this is what I want. This is what I want to create. So we stamp the pattern using candle wax.
Okay.
After then, we now dye. From dyeing, we spread. After spreading, once the clothes, but the candle wax, you don't just remove from the dye and just spread. You remove from the dye, then get a very hot water on fire, not hot water, not normal hot water. This water,
boiling one.
The boiling one. So that is how we remove the candle back. And by the time you remove the candle, you would have seen your pattern boldly. Then you spread and starch, beat it. The cloth is ready.
All of this take a manual form.
Exactly.
Can't technology help in some, for instance, the drying, the beating, and the other aspect, aside the tying and all that, that you should do manually? Can't other processes be taken by the technology or machines?
I'm not sure. Because so far, I've never used, it's only this China products that are being used by techniques, but the ones we wear, we don't have. But I personally, if I want to dry clothes on time, maybe a customer orders for an urgent clothes, sometimes I make use of washing machine to dry it.
Okay.
Once I dry, I'll still take it inside sun, because we need the sun to fully dry it. It is that sun that would bring out the color. For instance, you can't do black clothes. You can't want to dye a black clothes without needing the sun. It is that sun that would make the design, the pattern to come out. Without sun, the pattern will not come out.
So sun drying is very essential.
Yes. Without sun, the pattern will not be able to show. Sometimes it will just be dull. Maybe I just spread it inside, or trying to avoid rain. The color will not be able to show very well. So we need the sun.
Okay. So artisans like you, how do you ensure that the fabrics that you produce, ADIRE fabrics that you produce there, are of quality and can be durable? You can use it for so many years without a complaint coming out of it.
Yeah, one thing I do tell my customers is there are some customers that will price, they want a good quality stuff and they are not ready to pay for it. Because I don't know, is it really possible? It's not only in ADIRE, other businesses, like, is it possible for you to want a very good thing and you won't be able to pay for it? So I do explain to some customers, if you want something good, the best material we can always use is 100% Guinea material. It is expensive though, but that is what brings out our work. So some customers will be like, okay, we can't afford the Guinea. Is there any other cheaper material? Okay, there are other cheaper materials, but there is always a comma in those cheaper materials. Sometimes you might not meet the straight 5 yards. Sometimes you might meet 2 to 3 yards. Sometimes you might meet 4 yards, 1 yard and 4 yards. So those things, after explaining the material, it's only the material that gives me as a producer, it's only the material that gives me problem. So that's the only thing that used to cause issue with my clients.
Because of the cost.
Because of the cost. You know, trying to buy something cheaper and you are not ready to pay for it.
And you want a
durable. You want a good one, you want a durable one, you are not ready to pay for it. So we used to fight. Then I'll be like, I told you earlier before starting this thing, if you know you want good quality, be ready to pay for it. Then there are some that will just think like, okay, don't worry, I'll pay for it. I just want a good material. But there was a customer there in Abuja. She ordered for some clothes for herself personally. She didn't price, but I gave her different prices. She now went for the cheaper one. After delivering the cheaper ones to her, she was like, how come? I met some 2 yards, 3 yards. I met some, what's going on? I said, I told you, I gave you different prices and I explained to you. So by the time she called back to order for like over 60 pieces of 5 yards of ADIRE, she now said, just give me the best. I'm ready to pay for it now. So that is it. Like, once you know the quality, after delivering the lesser quality, there's always an issue. So that's it.
So let's look at how it takes to produce a piece, just one piece of ADIRE. How long does it take? The lady that just left said, if you want to create a design of this cultural clothing, sometimes it could take 2-3 weeks because the materials are not, some are not readily available. But for ADIRE, the materials are here.
Yeah.
Are here. So how long does it take to produce one piece of ADIRE?
Talking about 5 yards, at least if I'm chanced and there's no rain,
okay,
I spend maybe 2-3 days, I'm done.
Okay.
But if I look at the customer is not in a hurry. You don't really need the clothes as fast as you can, as you really wanted it. So I take my time. buy clothes. Okay, I'm not chance today, I'm not chance tomorrow. But once I'm readily available to produce, at least 2 to 3 days, everything is ready. Because I will dedicate a date for tying, a day for dyeing, then the following day to package it. Everything is ready.
Are there efforts to modernize all these things? Because we can't say this is the way our forefathers have been doing it, and we must continue in that way, looking at how technologies have evolved. There's AI, there's technology, there are smart ways of doing things. Can't we modernize how we produce ADIRE at all?
I'm not sure. Because once you yourself, when you get to where we are producing ADIRE, you might feel irritated. Because number one, we can't produce in a clean environment. If I try to produce at home, I'm always having this issue with my mom. Look at the way you stain the floor. How do I do this? How will you clean it? If I try to produce in my bedroom, okay, let me just, the floor will be dirty.
Because of the chemicals.
The chemical stains the floor. So we can't escape it. So I'm not sure there is any new way to modernize it. Because that was what we met, and that is what we are doing. And this is an olden days attire. Aside from the China product, but talking about our own product, I'm not sure there is any way to modernize it.
Okay, let's come back to marketing. We've talked about producing.
Okay.
Marketing of these ADIRE materials, are they easy to market? We know that people want to start wearing our ADIRE. It's been like that. In fact, we have a sector in Ogun State that deals with ADIRE only, purely ADIRE. Are they easily marketable?
Yes. Okay, for instance, there's a program I'm doing presently called Advocacy, using arts to advocate for people. And since the beginning of that program till today, I've always been putting on ADIRE, using it to communicate to people. And there's no day I go, people do envy me, like, can I get this? Okay, I'll do. There are some that do patronize me. So, me wearing ADIRE every day by day, people appreciate it, and they would want to, because the way the way I combine the ADIRE, my ADIRE, today I'm putting on gown, tomorrow I might put on just a round neck and a jean ADIRE, maybe a plain round neck and a jean. So next tomorrow I might put on baggy ADIRE, just trying to show that entice people, and there's no how you would see me. When I was coming here today, when they saw me, they were like, truly you are ADIRE, because we don't even know, we've never seen you on just normal natural material, plain material. I said, you would always see me on ADIRE. So with that, I'm marketing my product to them. That, oh, how do you see this? Won't you buy? So also I make use of social media. My social media has always been helping. And the last one is referral.
Okay.
Let me just say 80% of my customers, I've not seen them. Hello, I got your number from so person. This person referred you to come and buy ADIRE. I got your number from so person. So that's how I've been pushing. People have been referring. Like, I can't even count. Let me say 80, I've not seen them face to face. And there was one woman, she's also from Abuja. The day she saw me, she was like, is this you? And I'm like, how? She said, ever since she has been chatting with me, she thought she has been chatting with one big madam. I said, I'm not. And then I was even serving. She now saw me on the copper uniform. She was like, so you are still serving, So I said, the way I package myself online, you can't even, the way I relate with people online, I relate with people physically, like I flow, but online,
it is official.
It is official. Let's go straight to business. All these, hello, how are you? I know they reply. But normal, I got your number from Facebook. I want to buy ADIRE. I'm always active.
That's business.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about the role of exhibitions. We see that nowadays there are ADIRE exhibitions, ADIRE, anything that you use ADIRE for. We know that they use ADIRE for shoes now. ADIRE as hats. ADIRE. Everything, earrings, everything, fan, everything. So what is the role of exhibitions like this or trade fairs in promoting ADIRE or selling ADIRE?
Trade fair exhibitions have actually been helping because, you know, most of these international trade fairs, people come from abroad, and when this our ADIRE, I won't lie, it attracts people.
Okay.
Because people think of the creative in it, like, how did you do this? And when they organize any exhibition or trade fair, people come and maybe, okay, I went for one event and I saw someone using ADIRE to produce gongon bag.
Oh.
I was so inspired, like, wow, so you can even produce, and when I priced it, I was like, me myself, I can't even afford it because the packaging is there. There's nothing you can do with ADIRE, and when we go to exhibitions, we are always enticed. Using ADIRE to create duvet, using ADIRE to create art, like a church art. Using all this exhibition helps a lot, and it's really a good thing.
Okay, let's go into learning now. How long will it take a person to learn how to tie and dye, and also know how to, the processes, the market, everything that entails in a direct production, marketing, selling and all that? How long?
Let me say 2 months.
Okay.
I myself, I personally, I learned the ADIRE for 2 weeks.
Okay.
But at first, when I started producing, it took a while to survive, to master, because then I've not known that, okay, when you make mistake, my own is when once I make mistake, I won't even show customer that I've made mistake in your clothes. Once I make mistake, I'll just go and buy another one.
Oh.
Even the game is gone. So I'd have to go and buy. So it takes like 2 months. Most of my apprentices, I let them know. While training them, I'll let them know in case this thing happens, just change it. First, snap it to that customer that, okay, this mistake had happened. That mistake, I say it every time, every mistake in art is a design. That mistake, someone might see it and be like, wow, I like this. For instance, I did a clothes for customers 2 weeks ago. The woman said the knicker was too short for her. Then the shirt, then someone just came, I need an ADIRE shirt. Quickly, I sold the shirt out. So the knicker, I was like, will I be wearing, like, how will I sell this knicker? I can even sell it normal, but I had to put it on one day and just put on a plain white round neck. When people saw me again, they were like, wow, this is, and it's like, the knicker was like, Kembe, all this, I was like, is this thing going to fit me? And once, immediately I wore it, people saw it and
you sold it?
I didn't sell. I told someone wanted to buy. I told the person, I'm sorry, I can't sell this because I myself, I like it. I like it on me. I sell most of my wares because there will be some customer that will just call you, hello, please, I need a clothes urgently. I have to quickly. I'll just be like, okay, this one, I think I only wore it once. I've not really worn it very well. Let me just sell it out and make my money. But to learn those things as an apprentice, as an upcoming ADIRE producer, it will take 2 months because it's not easy. My apprentice, one is still struggling to strive. She's still, she's still striving to make it. But there was a time she asked from me, how much can I sell this? Okay, give your price also amount. And she didn't calculate, she didn't tell me before, she didn't calculate the transportation cost. She didn't calculate that, okay, after collecting it from me, she asked me to produce for her, after collecting it from me, she will still have to take it to the customer. You have to calculate those things, the delivery cost, to then add it to it, and also your own gain, because it's not possible to be working without seeing any gain. So those things, at least 2 months from my own end.
Okay.
2 months.
So you teach them the production
and
the marketing, and also the business management. Because if you're adding this, that's the business management.
There are lots of debt. But if you don't get customers' order, there are some customers, they will see it, they will be like, okay, I still like this one. And there are some, I faced one yesterday, I was like, this woman, she has not seen her design. She just called, hello, I want this Ashoke to be added to my ADIRE. Like, she wanted me to produce and sew for her. Okay. I don't sew. So I was like, okay, I'll do it for you. Then she picked a color. She now asked me, hello, what color do you think I can use? I was now suggesting that since we are using this color in this ADIRE, we are using pink. From my own end, though, I think pink is pink. I don't know that this woman was actually focused on baby pink and fuchsia pink.
Okay.
And I've already used normal pink, like baby pink. Then I'll still dye it to black, the two colors. She wanted pink and black in that ADIRE. So after doing it, I was now suggesting that since this cloth might come out as baby pink, can't you just use baby pink Ashoke? The next thing was, why would you pick color for me? I was like, how? You are just suggesting. Yes, suggesting. She has not even seen her clothes. The next thing, she had to, I've not seen this woman before. She had to call the person that referred her to me that, can you imagine the person you referred me to? Look at the rubbish she said. And I explained to that woman that, see, this woman has not even seen her clothes yet. See the way she has been talking to me. There are some customers like that. They won't even understand you. They will just keep blabbering. You might feel ridiculous. Like, yesterday I was forced to ask that woman to send her account number. That I'm not sure I can deal with you. You've not seen your clothes. You've been shouting on me like, what if you now see the clothes? How would you now react? So those things are...
you should learn everything.
They should learn how to manage customers.
Okay, the last one before you allow you to go. So what is your advice to those who want to come into the industry and learn how to make ADIRE? What are the things that they must equip themselves with?
Number one, you must love what you are doing. If you don't like what you are doing and you are doing it, you won't be able to learn. I have apprentices like that. Some, they just feel, okay, I like ADIRE. They want to do ADIRE. They won't put their mind there. And after the training, they don't continue. So they must like what they are doing. They must be focused. And also they must not allow anything to distract. That's focus, yeah. You don't get distracted with what because there are lots of distractions in this ADIRE. Lots of distractions. So just stay focused, and to learn it, it's an easy task. Once you are focused, you learn. From me, you learn within 2 weeks. Because I learned for 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks, you will learn it.
With interest.
With interest. Once you're interested in it, we are good to go.
Okay, we want to thank you so much, WUNMI ADIRE, for coming on the program. And we've been talking to WUNMI JIMOH, who is ADIRE producer, and she talked about the production and marketing of ADIRE fabrics. It's been a good time with you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Now we want to go on the program, The Profit Point Show, where we'll come again next week. It will be time for us to announce another segment and another skill that we can do in the society and bring in income and allow everything to be stable economically. And if you want to join OGTV to advertise or sponsor any of our programs, you can call this number 0803-396-0423. The number to call if you want to place an advert or sponsor any of our program on OGTV is 0803-396-0423. That's the size of the program for today. I am Charity James. Until next time when we come your way, you say be impactful and profitable in this economy. Bye-bye.